opening line is, this is a Lincoln, Nebraska Chamber of Commerce Day.
Yes! Woo! Love it!
Holy smokes, middle of October. Beautiful. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to this exciting announcement. I'm Sean Trout, Director of Public and Private Partnerships for ALLO Fiber. It's my pleasure to welcome you all here today. We're here to announce a network connection partnership called Smart Schools. It's between ALLO Fiber and the Lincoln Public School System. It enables students to securely connect their school-issued devices throughout Lincoln and all ALLO connected communities. I first want to take a moment to thank the elected officials that are with us, besides the fine folks standing up here with me. We've got Dan Watermeyer from the Public Service Commission, Dr. Bob Ronner from the LPS Board, John Goodwin from the LPS Board, Mr. Srivatsvav from the LPS Board, Mr. Patrick Haggerty from the Nebraska Broadband Office. Deb Shore is here representing Congressman Mike Flood's office, and of course, the mayor and the governor up here with me today. Thank you all for joining us. It's now my pleasure to introduce our speakers for the day. To begin with, it's my pleasure to introduce Dr. John Skretta, Superintendent of Lincoln Public Schools. Recently named Superintendent of LPS, Dr. Skretta began his career right here in Lincoln at Northeast High School. He then went on to become principal of the Norris High School and superintendent of the Norris Public School District. Prior to returning to LPS, Dr. Skretta was the chief administrator for ESU 6, which provides services to 16 different school districts in Seward, Saline, York, Fillmore, and Lancaster County. Among other honors Dr. Skretta has received are the State Superintendent of the Year and the Nebraska Career Education Outstanding Administrative Leader. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Dr. John Skretta.
Good afternoon. On behalf of the Lincoln Board of Education and everyone at Lincoln Public Schools, I'd like to thank Sean, Brad, and the ALLO team for their continued commitment to serving the Lincoln community and our students. I would also like to especially thank Mayor Gaylor Baird and Governor Pillen for joining us today for this exciting announcement. Partnership initiatives like this take leadership, not just leadership for today, but visionary leadership for Lincoln and for Nebraska. So it's a real privilege to be up here today with the governor of our great state, who actually created our state's own broadband office and knows more than a thing or two about the importance of high-speed internet access for kids. And for Mayor Gaylor Baird, some of these partnership initiatives between ALLO, the city, and our school district go back to the spring of 2020 and the Learn from Home project. So thank you both and ALLO for your long-standing commitments to internet access for all. Today we mark another milestone in our mission to prepare all students for success in careers, lifelong learning, and civic engagement. The official launch of the ALLO Smart Schools solution is more than a simple announcement. It's a profound declaration of our shared commitment to digital equity. This partnership between Lincoln Public Schools and ALLO eliminates barriers that persist today by providing citywide connectivity for every middle and high school student who chooses to participate. Through this partnership, we effectively extend the boundary of the classroom beyond the classroom and into neighborhoods, community centers, and the dining room table. By pushing this application and configuration to all our middle and high school students, approximately 23,000 students will be able to use the Smart Schools network. This initiative is a direct and measurable commitment to our board's 2024 through 2029 strategic plan. And as you heard in introductions, we have 3 of our board members present here today. It fundamentally addresses our priority area of student well-being and outcomes By reducing the broadband barrier, we ensure every one of our middle and high school students has the foundational support necessary for success. This is the very definition of all means all, commitment in action. Furthermore, this collaborative effort stands as a shining example of our goal to enhance family and community engagement. When a leading business like ALLO steps up, we collectively build an infrastructure in our city to support student learning. This partnership shines a light on how the City of Lincoln, Lincoln Public Schools, and businesses like ALLO work together to support students and families. Together, we are building a stronger and more connected Lincoln and Lincoln Public Schools. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Skretta. Our next speaker is Mayor Leirion Gaylor Baird. The mayor has been leading Lincoln down a strong path of economic growth for years now. First in her time on the Lincoln-Lancaster County Planning Commission, then as a member of our city council, and now as our mayor for more than 6 years. ALLO is grateful for the long-standing partnership with the City of Lincoln that began back in 2015. Thanks to the leadership of the Department of Information Services and the past two administrations, and especially through the vision of the mayor, Lincoln has become one of the most connected cities in America. Please welcome Mayor Leirion Gaylor Baird.
Well, thank you so much, Sean, and good afternoon, everyone. It's so nice to see so many people wearing the color of the Lynx, LHS, you know. It is really a delight to be here to celebrate something special happening in Lincoln. And I'm thankful to be here to help lift that up. And Governor, thank you for being here to help lift this up. And Public School Superintendent Dr. Skretta and your team and so many board members and our founder and president of ALLO, thank you for your leadership. This day and this moment would not have arrived without you. It's your leadership and the teams at LPS and ALLO that have worked so hard to get us to this moment where we're achieving digital equity for our students in Lincoln. And thank you to Lincoln High for hosting us and to all the Lynx who are here today. Lynx feels like the perfect word to describe the importance of today's announcement. Our daily lives increasingly rely on being linked by fast, reliable, and affordable internet connection. ALLO and the City of Lincoln understand how important that connection is to everyone in our community. 10 years ago, ALLO and the City of Lincoln announced a historic public-private partnership to make Lincoln a gig city. That poster reminds me of that day. Making ultra-fast internet service an opportunity and a reality for so many and an opportunity for everyone in our community. The City and ALLO said the partnership would create new and exciting educational opportunities, and today we see that promise being fulfilled. This new public-private partnership between ALLO and the Lincoln Public Schools is going to equip LPS students with that free, reliable, accessible, high-speed internet connection that they need. ALLO's Smart Schools program ensures that an internet connection does not stand in the way of our youth's ability to boldly pursue their dreams and freely pursue their education. In today's world, free, fast, and reliable access to internet is not a luxury, it's a necessity. And it's a necessity for our students and our schools and our community. ALLO's Smart Schools program will help prepare our students for success, and that helps prepare our community for success. So I want to say thank you again to ALLO and to Lincoln Public Schools and to all who played a role in fostering this vital link that helps our students and our community build a brighter and more connected future. Congratulations.
Thank you, Mayor. Our next speaker is Governor Jim Pillen. The governor has brought his common sense and hard work approach from the football field to the farm to the governor's office. Understanding the importance of broadband connectivity, as Dr. Skretta mentioned, Governor Pillen created Nebraska's first broadband office early in his administration. Today, ALLO Fiber is proud of the strong partnership with Director Patrick Haggerty and his talented team. As mentioned earlier, the Smart Schools technology will become available in all Nebraska communities currently served by ALLO Fiber, making this truly a statewide initiative. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Governor Jim Pillen.
Well, thank you, Chad. Good afternoon, and a gigantic congratulations. The one thing we all agree on, right? Our kids are our future. We're never going to give up on our kids, and we sure as heck got to have them in the 21st century so they can have connectivity everywhere. I couldn't be more proud of Patrick Hegarty and his team. We are going to be there really, really soon across the state, and you know, it's from my seat, it's amazing it wasn't done 25 years ago, but it's good to get it addressed and do it. It is important we have fun, right? So it's really awesome to see that some of us got the memo that the links are red and black, and it's Husker game day today, for crying out loud. There is a game, right? So that's awesome. We got to have fun. I will tell you that it is awesome. Lincoln Chamber of Commerce weather, perfect. I was in Montana for a couple days on an energy symposium and conference there with Governor Gianforte, and obviously electricity is a gigantic thing, and power across our country, not only in Nebraska. And it's, as I love to always say, right, what is the one thing we love the most about Nebraska? And 2 days before I went out, it's obviously, of course, the people. It's the people, it's the people, right? What do we love the most about Nebraska? It's the people. Thank you. We got to get that done and make sure we don't take each other for granted. But then the other one person said, but what I hate is Nebraska's wind. And at the energy symposium, I said that was fascinating because, you know, we make 30% of our electricity from wind in Nebraska. So something that is a little bothersome to us, especially on football Saturday when the wind's blowing 35 or 40 mile an hour now that we like to pass a lot. It's important that we can handle that. But it's good to make a lot of electricity from wind. But, you know, let me just simply say that, you know, Brad couldn't be more proud. We've been friends a long time, and guy that started this business from his kitchen table in Imperial, Nebraska, just really amazing stuff, and having an impact. And I think another thing that makes Nebraska so incredible, right, is people are extraordinary innovators, risk takers, making things happen. And then we're givers, giving back, making this happen for the links, making this happen for public schools so that every kid's connected, and then eventually all over the whole state. So this is a big day for our kids. It's a big day for the links. It's a big day for Lincoln Public Schools, and it's just a privilege to be here. So I'm just a gigantic kudos. Thank you, and go Big Red. Thank you.
Thank you, Governor. Our final speaker today is Brad Moline, the founder and president of ALLO Fiber. Mr. Moline is truly a homegrown product and success story of Nebraska. When Brad started ALLO back in 2003, his belief was that technology should bring people together, not spread them further apart. He's built a company based on our 4 core values of being honest, local, hassle-free, and exceptional. Today, ALLO is in more than 53 communities across Nebraska, Colorado, Arizona, and Missouri, connecting populations of over 1.4 million with world-class communication services. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Brad Moline.
Well, first, thank you, other speakers, Mayor, Governor, Dr. Skretta. This is a story that is about working together. And in the weird time we live, to me, it's a story about success. It's a story about having the right goal and everybody working on it. So I'm not going to mention all the other dignitaries. Thank you for being here. Hopefully I've said hi to most of you, but this project, it doesn't just happen overnight. With ALLO, and specifically with some of our technology designs, started 10 years ago. We didn't know how it would work, but we had a concept. And then COVID happened. And can you believe that we had people sitting outside coffee shops and pizza joints and hamburger joints that really wanted to learn and couldn't? You know, so I'll talk a little about that whole process in a minute, but so I called one of our technology partners, Calix, the CEO. It happened to be on Canada Day. I didn't know Canada Day. And I said, what are you doing? And the CEO, he lived in Toronto then, and he said, it's Canada Day. And I said, well, I got a problem. We're in the middle of COVID here, and kids can't learn. So he thought about it for a little while, and he called me back, and he said, what are you doing? I said, I'm on the dock. It's 4th of July. And he goes, yeah, but about that, let's do this together. And so we designed it. You know, this is the first time this has happened in the country. And so let's go through what it takes to today talk about 23,000 students. There's over 100,000 students in our footprint right now that can benefit from this. So, state of Nebraska, governor, with the current, in today's CIO, but there's been a bunch of people, Dr. McCarville, goes clear back to Tom Rolfes, who's in the crowd today. He works for the NTIA now. What happened there? It's called Network Nebraska. And Network Nebraska was visionary. Do you realize the groups in Nebraska, the cities, the school systems and the public service commissions, they pay about 50 cents on the dollar compared to all the other states that we're in, because there was this vision to give a connection to every school at a gigabit level, gosh, almost 30 years ago, starting that process. Well, without that, and without the state's investment, ALLO doesn't exist, because that's how we connected all our original communities. Well, so Tom worked on that. Now we have Abby Young, who's working on something that's maybe going to be as big as this, and that is cyber. I can't wait to work with the state to figure out how to protect all our communities. You know, we've had a few school systems, we've had a few cities get attacked. I love the plan that's happening there. So then next we have the city of Lincoln. 10 years ago, and I've told the story, but the short story is I didn't want to come to Lincoln. I didn't know how it was going to work. I was born here, by the way, but I don't like humidity, and so I was going to go west more than east. And the guys at Nelnet got a hold of me and said, hey, this is important for Lincoln. Would you come talk to the city? Well, you go forward, the city, the county, the broadband department within the city all participate and built what's considered the largest, most complete fiber infrastructure with the highest quality. Thank you all the ALLO guys. People, please raise your hand, ALLO. So that's, so Mike Dunlap wants us to do it. The city wants us to do it. We somehow found all these people to be incredible professionals. And then we need customers. The customers came and supported us. And without the customers, we don't have all these wireless routers to connect the students who can't be connected, or to connect the students who may want to learn somewhere else. Maybe it's sitting over in the parking lot, or maybe it's sitting down the rail yard. We should be a community that learns everywhere. So we start working with Lincoln Public Schools, and specifically Kirk Langer. I appreciate your partnership, your expertise, your team's expertise, your professionalism. And believe me, when we first came in, he said, hey, number one, I got to protect my kids. Number two, I got to protect society. And if we don't do that, this isn't going to happen. And the ALLO team and Kirk worked together to develop this. Well, now let's go back to Calix. Can you believe a group of Nebraskans work with a group of Californians from Palo Alto to develop this? It involved Google, it involved Calix, it involved people I can't even imagine. Okay, now it's live today. So what does it mean and what's its goal? Well, one, the investment from Nelnet brought a deep feeling of education. We're going to educate kids. We're going to take care of kids. So this Smart Schools allows a kid, whether they learn a little differently or they come from a different economic background, or, hey, they're a bookworm. They want to learn everywhere. They can connect. They can get their homework done. During COVID, I was talking to a teacher, and they said, you know, we've got a problem right now. We've got these Chromebooks, but not every kid can connect to the internet. This was pre-COVID, actually. Not every kid can connect to the internet, and we have trouble with homework. So I guess for the kids, there's going to probably be a little more homework because everybody can get to it. The other thing we're kind of solving is snow days. You can connect from anywhere. You don't need a snow day. So the kids, while they'll learn more, they may not like it quite as much. But anyway, so in the end, I want everybody to celebrate a public-private partnership that was more than a public-private partnership. It was a true partnership with the right goals, and let's celebrate it. Can you believe this got done in Lincoln, Nebraska, and all these things that could have gone wrong, or any one group or any one person said, no, it's a block. We got this done. Now, what's it gonna be? That's what's real exciting. Not only can people learn and thrive, but first responders, corporate learning, medical, it all can come from the same background. So, thank you. One, thanks my team. What a great team. They're just truly awesome. Number two, thank you all for your leadership. And Calix, Alan Carr's here. They've got a huge conference coming up, starts on tomorrow actually, and so the CEO couldn't be here. But without them and their investment, and they're always behind us, and in several things we've done, they've donated hundreds of thousands to this community. It's always in ALLO's name, and so it's important that people understand that there's partners around the country supporting what we do. So with that, I can keep talking forever, and I will, given the opportunity, but we got a Husker game, we have a reception over here, but as we leave this, turn to your neighbor. Turn to maybe a neighbor that you've disagreed with and say, hey, thanks for getting this done. Because, again, without this, we don't create this economic environment so that we win. Again, Chamber of Commerce Day here. Thank you.
Thank you, Brad. Thanks to all of our speakers. We do have a few minutes for questions from the media. We also have a technology expert from ALLO and LPS on hand if the questions get really hard for Brad. So, open it up to the media if you have any questions.
When and where can students opt into this? Number one, work with your school. They'll give you, they'll provide information. We've got 2,000, maybe a little more than that, Chromebooks live right now, and they can opt in. It's a very easy process, and then that's the easiest way to say it. Other questions? Hey, and I just thought of something else. I can't wait on the cyber side. It could be as big as Smart Town, Smart Education, and I can't wait to see what Abby does with that. It's going to be big.
Very good. Well, that concludes the press conference. Again, want to thank Mr. Moline, the governor, the mayor, and Dr. Skretta, and the media for being here, and all of the other dignitaries, as well as my fantastic ALLO teammates. As Brad mentioned, we are hosting a social gathering right across the street at the storefront for ALLO Fiber. Please come over and join us.